Hello, YouTube. Um, Look, I have been a friend, not a personal friend, but an online friend, and I felt like I have had a connection with the YouTube user Brett Keane for a long time now, going back to his the Stallion days, and I've spoken to Brett many times. Him and I have conversed on Stickam and whatnot, and we've always gotten along. And I like the guy, and I think he likes me. And I've made no attempt to you know go out of my way to make a friend with him. It just happened that way. We like-minded, I guess. And look, I have the last few weeks on YouTube has been a very difficult time, obviously, for Brett. He's had a lot of things go on in his life, and it has translated from one step, real life, to YouTube. And YouTube life is not real life. It's the moments that we choose to show the world, but we don't have a camera following us around 24/7. Maybe someday that'll become a reality, and YouTube will literally be 24/7 online. Constant streams of our lives, and people will tune in like reality TV. I don't know. Maybe that's what it'll happen. But we show each other on here what we want the other people to see. Sometime for good, sometime for bad. And as I said, Brett and I have pretty much agreed on most things. I'm not a Brett fanboy, if that's what people will label me as. I don't give a fuck. I'm not a fanboy of anybody. I play Xbox. I play PlayStation. I have them both. I have a Wii. I'm not a fanboy of PlayStation. I'm not an Xbox fanboy. I'm not a Wii fanboy. I'm just not a fanboy of anything. And so, having said that, seeing all these things that have come out in the last few days, with the transfer of Brett's channel, Mr. Evolution 777 going to J-Dub and Joy, that's fine. Under new management, but things haven't changed. That's fine. J-Dub's just put a new video out for that, and that's, like I said, that's perfectly okay. I can understand Brett wanting to distance himself from a few things that have happened in the last little while. Like, I watched that someone, there was a big online on Blog TV recently between Straight Dump and Brett, and a lot of people thought that Straight Dope, Straight Dump, whatever you want to call him, they thought that he owned Brett, and that Brett lost out and Brett rage quit at the end. No, look, I watched it. Someone filmed it and put it up, and I watched the thing from beginning to end. It went for an hour and 34 minutes. I sat and watched the entire thing from beginning to end, and I don't think there was any moments of Straight Dope owning Brett. There were certainly moments where Straight Dope had a prepared cue card with facts and figures from Brett's past and bringing them up, and then trying to use straw man elements in order to get Brett into a corner, because basically the way he would ask a question, it would only have, an answer, the way the question was asked. And so that if Brett said anything else other than that, then what, it looked like he was, he wasn't being truthful. I also think that there was a lot of stuff there regarding Brett's past that that people went into the archives and dug up and started posting stuff and using that information. Things that happened 3, 4, 5 years ago were being brought up and being used in the present, where it absolutely had no relevance, and it was being used against Brett. And I think that's just, that's crappy. Because I think this straight dump asshole is, he, first of all, he's not honest. If he was completely honest, as he likes to let out that he's honest, he would have come into the chat on Blog TV showing his face. But now he doesn't want to, because he wants to keep this separation between real life and YouTube life, and that's fine. I think, Jesus Freak has jumped on the bandwagon here. I think he's really gone overboard and, claiming that Brett is having an epiphany and Jesus is coming into Brett's life. I don't know. Brett, a rose by any other name. A leopard doesn't change his spots. You cannot. Look, I'm not going to sit here and tell everybody what you can and can't do. It's none of my business. I'm just a friend, just a mate who connected with you from way back, and I have been following you from the beginning, and this is huge. This would be like TJ coming out and saying, you know what, I've changed, and everything in my past is now moot, and I found God. I'm not saying Brett is doing this to get attention. He doesn't need to get attention. The guy is a fucking legend. He's been around on YouTube practically from day one, and he has, he's certainly built himself up a huge following. You can love the guy, you can hate the guy. It doesn't matter, and I don't think it should matter to him what side of the coin you fall on. Because bottom line is, even if you make this claim that I've never watched Brett's videos or whatever, the guy's name. Does it really matter that you've never watched his video? How relevant is it that you've never watched a video of Brett Keane, but you know the guy's name? That the guy is, as I said, he's a legend, and it disappoints me to think that. That the possibility is out there that, someone has said that he's, making these claims for attention, whatever. Look, I don't know. I honestly, I've never been, and nor will I ever be, in the mind of Brett Keane. But I certainly can relate to Brett. And, if I was under attack and I had a wealth of material that people were drawing from and pulling videos and pulling out things that I said and piecing together and manipulating videos, which straight dump had obviously done, there'd be no question that I would delete that shit, because I don't think it matters. Brett has already said it. Why does he need, why... a scholar or whatever, a learned man doesn't have to stand behind, a pile of books behind him and saying, this is what I've read, this is who I am. You are what you are on the day. We show, like I said, we show each other our little snippets of our lives, what we choose to show. And, we're only as good as our best video. We're only as good as our latest video. That's just the way I see it. and it doesn't matter what we've done in the past. But unless that information is being used to, in a malicious way, which I believe it has been. So, yes, I'm disappointed, and I don't think that Brett is finding God, because, bottom line is, I can't imagine someone having as clear, crystal clear thoughts about religion as Brett has had, and believe me, he is sharp as a knife when it comes to the Bible and whatnot. He can passages, in the Bible, boom, chapter, verse. He's not reading it off teleprompter. He just knows it, and he's very intelligent. And for anyone to have come to the conclusion in life through logic and through reason, like I have and like Brett has and many other people have as well, how you can then flick a switch and it all goes out the window, and then you start believing everything that you held as a personal belief as to who you were is now gone. That's a huge bridge to burn. And how do you come back from that? How do you burn that bridge, and then 6 months down the road, or a year down the road, or 5 years later, come to the conclusion, hey, no, I was right before. My former beliefs are now my present beliefs, and my little lapse of certainty and logic is back. I'm sorry, I don't know what I was thinking. We're all, those of us who are atheists. We're not evil people. We don't have a view of life that is divided like Christians divide life. They divide their lives based on good versus evil, those who believe versus those who don't. I can honestly say that I just see the person for the person, and this is why I can be friends with, Jesus Freak and I have not gotten along in the past for whatever reason. I think he has saw me as, he is called Brett Keane a militant atheist, and he has saw me in obviously in a light that's even more militant than that, and that may be true, but I respect the guy, and I have said I respect him, and I told him, in Stickham, in PM, I said, look, we've gotten off on the wrong foot, and I apologize if I have made you, if I've offended you in some way. That's not my intention. My intention is not to offend the person or hurt the person. It would be remiss of me to attack a person, but I will attack a belief. I will attack a mindset, and that's, I can draw the separation. I can draw the distinction and say, okay, the person themselves, nice person, I like them, but I think their beliefs are fucking out the window. That's fine, and I hope that others can do the same for me. I have many friends that are Christians. I have many friends. I have family that are Christians. I would probably say, and hesitant, it wouldn't be hesitant to say that my family, my mom and my dad, they're both Christians. They believe in God, and they believe in Jesus and whatnot. That's fine. That's their belief. I don't share that belief. At one stage, maybe I did, but I certainly don't now, and I haven't for a long, long time. And I'm in my 40s, And I would say that I haven't really, I haven't believed in God since probably, for 30 years. Very early 80s really was a turning point for me. When I passed puberty and I realized, sort of like who I was and my position on this planet, that's when I started to really use logic and reason and ask a lot of questions. As a child, I don't think we have that ability to go down that and to research our own feelings, because as a child we really only know what we've been taught. And this is why from a certain perspective, but this is why I have long said, that indoctrination of children into a religious mindset is tantamount to child abuse, because you're presenting a child with a worldview to which he has no knowledge of, to which he's incapable of researching and debating and finding out for himself. And you've hung a massive amount of responsibility on this child to grow up in this mindset of be it Christian, be it a Muslim or Jewish faith or whatever, and it's it comes from the parents. It's a mind virus. People don't grow up in families with random religion. I think that if you were to actually look at the percentage of people that are, the parents are one religion, to have a child grow up with completely opposite religious views, like, a Christian family give birth, and by the age of 4 or 5, their son or daughter is Muslim, because that's the beliefs that child has. No, that doesn't happen, because religion is a mind virus that is passed on from one child to the or one person to the next. So it's passed on from the parents to the child, and so on, and then of course the parents are in charge of that child's education, and they're in charge of that person's upbringing and whatnot. They can send the child to a Christian school to further that education and further that mindset. And when people are surrounded by other people who have the same beliefs, it all seems so much more legitimate, and it gains a credence that it gains a legitimacy that adds to its stature in society, and therefore it must be right. But I digress. I have went way off topic, as I usually do. I just wanted to finish up and say, look, Brett, believe what you want to believe. Find whatever source of inspiration that you want, and don't listen to the fuckers out there who are trying to bring you down, because those of us who like and support you are not about to just turn our backs on you in your time of need, when you're hurting. I think that you have a lot of friends out there, and I think that those of you who those people out there who, like, as I said in a comment that I posted, those who unsub from Brett, Mr. Evolution 77, were never actually subscribed in the first place, and I firmly believe that. So you lose subscribers in that sense. You never had them. They were just a number. They were just a number on the page that told you how many subscribers you had. Those of us who like the person, respect the person, and wish only the best for the person and his family, as I do, aren't going anywhere. So, to Brett, Mr. Brett Keane, I'll be following you on Brett Keane, DOTCOM. And as for J-Dub, on Mr. Evolution, I don't know. Look, I've been subscribed to J-Dub for a while, and I don't know what the direction is going to be with the channel. I saw your latest video, under new management and all that, and that's fine. But, you've got some big shoes to fill, and it's going to be pretty tough to walk down that path and keep the legacy of what Brett has built. Just because you're living in the same house does not mean that the foundation and the mortars is as strong. And no disrespect to you, J-Dub, I like you. I've spoken to you many times, and I've watched pretty much all of your videos that you posted. And you say, your videos over there are crap. No, I don't think they are. I think that's the wrong attitude. I think that the stuff that you have made in the past has been very heartfelt. It's been your opinion, and you have there's been no pretentiousness as far as from what I've seen in what you've made, and I don't think it's crap at all. So I think you sell yourself a little short, and so just because you've got a new paint job on the outside does not mean that what's on the inside is any different. So just beware of that. I'm gonna keep watching. I'm not going anywhere. I don't have this lights on, life off attitude that just all of a sudden when someone posts something that I don't like, I click unsubscribed and boom, I'm gone. Life is too short. We all have many, many opinions about life and ideas as to, I have my views and you have yours. And I'm not trying to change your views. I'm not trying to, and I hope, whatever you post, it's probably not going to change my views either. I have got what I've got through YouTube, through Brett. I have my initial creation of this channel was in response to Brett Keane, and I have, as I said, long been a follower of him, and it's one of those things. He inspired me to go out and get a good webcam and to make videos. I will never make videos as good as he has, but I speak from the heart, and if you like what I say, then that's great. If you don't, well, fuck off. I don't care. It's not a competition, and I don't really care if I have people subscribe to me left, right, and center. It's nice to have subscribers. Obviously, it's nice to know that you've put something out there and people are watching it. That's cool, But I don't lose any sleep over the fact that I don't have 500 or 1,000 subscribers or 10,000 subscribers. I don't lose any sleep over that because, it's, if it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I can only put out there what I feel like I can put out there. I can't change the world with one video, although it would be nice to think that I could. Anyway, Brett, stiff upper lip, chin up. You're not losing anything that you didn't have before. So, those people that are around you that, well, you know what I'm saying, pal. Peace.